Hello everyone, welcome back to CC at Sea. I am Cece and this is day 6 on board the Carnival Venezia as we arrive in Half Moon Cay, Bahamas. And my goodness, this island is beautiful. There's crystal clear blue waters as you get ferried onto the island. This is the first island I've been to on any of my cruises that you have to be ferried onto the island because the water is too shallow close to the island. it was a pretty it was a pretty cool experience getting to go on the smaller little boat and watch our ship get smaller as we get closer to the island. So that was a cool experience getting to ride the ferry into the port. We got a shore excursion this day to ride horses by land and sea. So I'm super excited for this as we get into the beautiful port area. There's this pretty fountain that's got all these like clams around it, clam shells around it. It's just a really beautiful port. So we go over to the little area where you have to wait for the little train thing to get on, the tram to get on to go to the excursion. On our way driving down to the shore excursion that we had, we drove by this big pirate ship. It was like this big like pirate ship boat like party atmosphere going on. There's like loud music and I think you could like buy food. It was like a whole little party going on down there. So that looked really cool as we were driving by, and it was really beautiful the whole drive to the place, just looking at all the really pretty wildlife and the plants and trees and stuff. It was just a beautiful drive over there. Then we get to the area where they brief us on the safety of the horses and basically let us know, break it down exactly what we're going to be doing for the day. They had this cute donkey that was in the area where the horses were. So we got to see him on our way in, and then we each got assigned a horse and had to go stand by it. And the guys helped us to get up on them, and we had to wait for everybody in the group to get assigned their horse and get up on their horse. So during that time, we were just kind of sitting there getting to know our horse and petting it a little bit. Mine was a little restless, wanting to get on the road, get the party started. So then they unhooked them from the little tethers that they were on, and they walked us in a circle so that we could all get familiarized with the different commands and how to ride the horses. And so we all rode around the circle a couple times, and then they opened the gates, and the first couple guides went out, and we just followed them all single file, and we were all a big long single file line. And then they had some guides that were like two of them would be on the side of us and riding up beside us to see if anybody needed anything or had any questions or concerns and make sure everything was all good for us. So they made us feel real comfortable and easygoing riding them, and they even would take pictures of us, like take our phones and take pictures of us on the horses and stuff. So we got a lot of really cool pictures and footage of our like beautiful walk out to the ocean. We walked all around the land and it was beautiful, and then we walked across this little road and down over this little pit, and then there the ocean was. It just opened up and it was super beautiful. And I've rode plenty of horses in my day, but I've never rode a horse in the ocean. So that was an amazing experience. So it was like a separate little thing we had to end up getting off. I don't know if we got off or not, but they basically gave us these extra little kind of like life vest type things that we put on ourselves. And then and so like we were buoyant in the water when the horses actually like got into the ocean, and so it felt crazy like actually being in the ocean on them, because I guess when they're in a single file line, the ones behind the front one, it creates some sort of like current to where they go like faster basically. So like they were moving a lot faster in the ocean than they even were like on land and stuff. So like you had to really get your grip on there, and like it was an adrenaline rush for sure, but it was amazing. It was a really cool nostalgic feeling, and if I ever get the opportunity to do that again, I definitely would, because that was like, I mean, it was like once in a lifetime because it was just so beautiful everywhere around, and we got to ride them both on the land and in the ocean. It was just amazing. We had a great time. It was so beautiful. And then they got some really cool pictures of us with the actual ship that we were on in the background. The Carnival Venezia is right there behind us. So that was just so magical. It was an amazing time. We had like the time of our lives out there. So then after we were done in the ocean, they went ahead and drove us back to the port area where we got on at, and we were able to actually rent a little locker, and we paid like $20, I think, for this little floaty tube thing that we both like used out in the ocean. So that was really cool, getting to have one of the tubes and just kind of chill on it and just like, you know, wade through the ocean. So it was really beautiful out there. So yeah, we went out and relaxed in the ocean for a little bit, and it was beautiful. They had tons of these small little colorful fishes that were like just right there in the water. Like, I mean, we weren't even like chest deep in the water, and there was tons of fishes just like kind of just swimming around doing their own thing, like leaving us alone or whatever. And then I noticed this girl who was feeding cookies to them. So like I walked over there, and she gave me she's like, "You want a couple cookies?" I was like, "Sure." And so like when she like crumbled them in her hands in the water, all those fishes like just started coming up and like just eating them, and I actually got some footage of them. I'm gonna try to dig up the footage to show you guys, but yeah, it was really cool. There's like tons of them. So yeah, we crumbled up some cookies, and they all came and just like ate up the cookies. They loved that, and I loved it too. It was pretty cool getting to see all the fishies up close and personal. Like there was tons of them. I've never seen that many before, so that was really a really cool experience. It was definitely nice having the water shoes that I have that have like these soles on the bottom. They're just like tennis shoes. And so it was great just getting to freely walk around in the ocean like that and not have to worry about anything. So I definitely recommend wearing the water shoes, and paying like, they're like $35 on Amazon for a really good pair that, I mean, they're just like tennis shoes, I swear. So it's pretty awesome. So that about concludes our day 6 on board the Carnival Venezia, well, in Half Moon Key, Bahamas, and another amazing day that concluded with another amazing night, just hanging out and having a grand old time. Looking forward to day 7 when we arrive in our last port of call for the trip in Freeport, Bahamas. So tune in next week for an episode to come out, and I apologize for not getting one out sooner. Also, if you made it to the end of the video, please like, share, and subscribe if you like the content that I am creating. It would greatly help me out in the long run if you could also subscribe to my channel, and I will do my best to be consistent about getting these videos out. And I'm going to wrap up the rest of this cruise with Freeport in the last 2 sea days and maybe 1 or 2 more videos, and then I'll be moving on to the next cruise, which will be on board on Virgin Voyages, which is my first time doing Virgin Voyages. And so I had an amazing time on that adults only cruise, so I look forward to covering that in here with you guys too. So again, just stay tuned. My name is Cece. Have a wonderful week ahead of you, and be nice to each other. Bye.